what a difference a year makes. And you were here last year, and people were questioning whether we should be in this business or we shouldn't be in this business. Fast forward a year, 700% growth on the UCS side of the house around the world. Significant, significant similar type of growth numbers in Canada. In fact, we invested heavily. In retrospect, I should have done twice the amount. And what you'll see us is double down aggressively on this. I think from a year ago, people were wondering whether we would be in this business or not. Our products have won every single award. Every lab we get into, every pilot we do is tremendously successful. Our partners are now understanding this, and I see tremendous acceleration on this. They talked about getting to $1 billion annual run rate. This is the fastest I think we've ever done it. In Canada, we're seeing, proportionately the same kind of success. So I can't tell you how excited we are about this, because it's a huge, huge enabler. So although we have 3 different architectures, it's when those architectures come together. So as an example, if you look at our standard office, we talk about changing the way we work. Well, if you start using business video and you start using tablet computing and you start using VDI back from the cloud, we've just merged every single one of our architectures, dramatically impact productivity, and not really impacted mission critical applications, but we focus on changing the way we work, and this is exciting, really, really exciting. Yeah, well, I mean, we've seen some of these movies before. In the late 90s, we had similar kind of reactions from customers, from partners around IP telephony, which evolved to become our collaboration platform. It's the exact same thing in terms of perception, but it's the same focus that we're putting on it, and we're committed to this marketplace. And I've been around Cisco for a long time, and we commit to a marketplace. Regardless of the noise around it, we're focused, and I feel that we have lots and lots of runway. The size is, the size of these markets, what the compute and data center market is going to be, how much transition and transformations occur. I think that we've timed this thing pretty well in terms of market and transition, and we have a unique proposition that's different. And so I think there's tremendous growth for our partners and ourselves for the foreseeable future, because even though we're growing and we're on a big run rate, it is a very small percentage of the global market that we're capturing right now. So we'd like to get our fair share. Yeah, we're obviously in a transition period. We've been fortunate in Canada. We haven't seen the same data points. Our businesses are growing in both areas, and in fact, we're winning a lot of win-backs from competitors. So we're quite strong, and so as the transition comes along, new products come along, I think our partners and ourselves are very much ready to take on the challenges. And competition's not new. That we've had competition from day one, and we know how to compete, and I know our partners know how to compete. Obviously, people are going to try and commoditize this environment, but if you just look out a little bit, as we go towards a cloud environment, as more and more of our business, and also the home. I mean, picture it. If the network went down in my house, it'd be chaos. I'm sure most organizations would be that way. So things like security really, really matter, because if you don't have it, then all these mobile devices, you heard all those phenomenal data points on how many devices are joining a network, whether it be our own home network or business network. Security matters, and if you're going to get security right, you can really only do it in the network. It's no longer about physical security. We don't go to work. You can't just have firewalls. It has to be inside the network. So this whole concept of best of breed, as long as you have a federated security model that works against multi-vendors and best of breed, then that's great. But at the end of the day, security is the key, and we are fundamentally going to change the security environment. So there will always be competition. There's always people trying to commoditize the business. But in the future trend, if you don't have security right, ask yourself what could occur. And I think you'll hear us talk a lot more about security than we will about commoditization. I think the biggest ask from partners is, as we go into some of these new markets, to make sure that we capture the transitions and get the back end done correctly. We've had some challenges on the back end. And so that's probably the biggest one. The other big challenge is again, because of how many different things that we do, to make sure we with each partner, figure out exactly what we're going to do and how we're going to help them expand their businesses beyond what they're traditionally doing. Right? And then, my biggest ask of partners is to, let's really make that ecosystem play. Not everybody can do everything completely anymore. And the ability for partners to get together and solve a customer solution or to deliver a customer solution is important. I think what you'll see is a bigger focus on verticals and architectures and how architectures intersect with verticals. And that requires a lot of expertise that Cisco's going to count on their partners, obviously, and partners are going to have to count on each other to come together and do that. So that would be my biggest ask.